Good morning. This is Angela with today's Cuppa Tea. As we progress through to the end of the year, and we're in the middle of the holidays, the end of your holiday season, regardless of what you celebrate, there are many different gift-giving celebrations going on. And if you celebrate nothing else, at the end of our calendar year, we typically have some kind of celebration of turning over a new leaf, setting New Year's resolutions. Well, that's a gift to ourselves too. So today's topic has to do with a very important gift for us to give to ourselves. And it's around worthiness. And actually, part of what we withhold from ourselves many times has to do with our feelings of worthiness. So we back up and talk about a lot of what I am talking to others about, whether it's in a social forum, whether it is in client sessions, in classes, or whatever. We're constantly, my goal in working with others is to empower them so that they can listen to their higher voice, to their higher selves, to their I am selves, to Creator, to their guides, to tap them into the expanded universe and help them remember their own divinity. So in the process of however I work with people, that is the goal. Yes, we clear away a lot of the muck, we do some healing, and then we clear the road and talk about how to get to the next level for them. Many times I'll go through this series and do my best to give as many tools as possible. I'll follow up, whether it's in a month or sooner, depending on if I see them in different forms, and ask how it's going and how things are progressing. And many times I just haven't been able to get to this. I'm going to, I just haven't been able to. And that gives me pause now, because it happens a lot. And yet you see many people, say on Facebook, or you see them online, or they go to like psychic fairs and everything else to get a reading, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. People come to me for that, for different purposes or whatever. But the end goal should always be to be self-empowered and how to do it themselves. So what part of that process is remembering that we do have all the answers ourselves. And I know there's going to be some people watching this going, oh, not me. No, you're not talking about me. I just, I have the psychic abilities of a rock. Well, that's not true. That's what you believe. That's what you've been made to believe. That's how you've been disempowered. So, and what that ties into is feelings of worthiness. Many times, we're afraid to do what we call the work because we feel like we're unworthy. Many times that's the cause of why somebody will procrastinate getting to that self-work, doing some meditation work, doing some intuitive work, doing whatever exercises are going to work for them, because they think the pile's too big, there's too much to work through, they don't want to deal with it, they're afraid to look at it. That's a big one. And the biggest underlying one is that they are unworthy. Many of us have some feeling or another of unworthiness in terms of this. Oh, well, she just connects in so much better than me, or he gets it, and he gets it so quickly, and I have such a long learning curve. There's so many words, and that's all tied to worthiness. Or, well, you might be worthy of, you might be able to see the future or get your answers from your higher self, but yeah, just people like me don't do that, don't get that. And see, that all comes down to unworthiness, and in many different levels. So what we're talking about today is how to get that feeling of worthiness back in our lives. So actually, in the middle today, I'm doing the clearing, which is a clearing on worthiness. So it is to first of all pull all beliefs relating to I am unworthy. This is a deep one. A lot of times people don't even realize, many people don't realize they have these worthiness issues until they really do start doing the work, and then it comes up in several different manners. So the clearing has to do with all beliefs relating to unworthy. So we're going to pull those beliefs and we're going to replace them with all beliefs of worthiness. I am worthy. I am worthy of everything. And we're going to get Creator's truth and understanding on situations throughout your history when you were made to feel unworthy. And clarity on that. Perception versus reality. And also what it's like to feel worthy at all times, the feelings that you're worthy, deserving, able to, that it is possible to, allowed, okay to, safe to, that you're ready, willing, and able to, that you have that in your life and available to you right now, that you feel that right now. And we're going to pull all of the memory and energy of self-limitation due to those beliefs of unworthiness at the cellular level. We're going to pull those out of the cells, pull all that energy, memory out of the cells, transform it back to Creator's light, send it back to Creator, close the receptors to that absolutely and permanently, open new ones, and just saturate the cells, all versions of us, all times, all places, with the highest vibration of unconditional love. And again, we have all the feelings associated with that. We are going to heal and resolve all timelines in all directions with the platinum and violet flames. Write it off as a completed experience in the Akashic Records. Offer to all ancestors and descendants. So all you need to do is take a deep breath, clear your mind, close your eyes, and just say, yes, worthiness, to accept it. And of course, by the way, this is all without trauma, drama, and illness, and with ease and grace and balance, harmony, and joy. It was all set up that way, automatically. Right. So with that being done, what is the best testament to you to start to explore your worthiness is to actually do the work. And it's not work. I don't look at it as work. I think it's really funny when we call it work, but I think it's, most of the times we can make it's fun, and we can set it up so that it is with grace and ease and without trauma, drama, and illness, to process our lessons, what our remaining lessons are, to remember our divinity, to explore and uncover all these natural abilities that we have, because every day is like a playground for me. Every day that I do this work is just wonderful, because new things come up every time, and new old things that are being remembered now. Like, wow, I can do that. Oh, that's right, I can. But this is for everyone. And yes, you too. Every single person who is here incarnate now can access all of these abilities. So the first step, though, is to be willing and able, and that you put yourself first as highest priority to actually do the lessons, work through it, and a lot of times it just starts with learning how to clear the chatter. So I'm getting all the way back to the basics from when I started doing these webcasts. Clearing your head, connecting into the world around you. That is the A1 first step. And if the very first webcast that I did an exercise on just standing outside and closing our eyes and just breathing in and ingesting the world around us and connecting into everything and feeling our connection. That is some of the first and the biggest steps for us to make. If we can do that, if we can start to meditate and clear our minds on a regular basis, the next step then is being able to discern the voice of our higher self, being able to discern our guides and Creator, and to be able to use that in the highest and best, most positive way out of love and oneness for each other and for ourselves. And it progresses really quickly from there. But the first step is getting into the habit of putting ourselves in priority. So many times I hear, I just haven't had time. I have all this, and I have this, and this, and this. But if you can make time to, eat lunch, you can make time to go to the bathroom, you can make time to do this errand, do that errand, then you can make time for yourself. whether you cut out 5 or 10 minutes for yourself every day, and whether you just clear your mind, take a couple deep breaths, that can be a great start. If you go outside and you do that connection exercise, that's a great start too. It's connecting in, but then quieting down and listening for that higher voice instead of the chatter. But it takes practice. Why? Because we are in such a huge habit of listening to it, of listening to the chatter and forgetting about the bigger stuff, forgetting about our connectedness, just listening to the chatter and the programs are going on and on and on in our head. The first step is the biggest present we can give ourselves. And at this time, with everything changing so quickly and so dramatically, everything I do, everything I say to people, any kind of video I post or anything that I post online or anything else, my feeling is this: check in with your higher self and test. Does that resonate with you as truth? Don't take my word for it. Don't take anyone's word for it. No one. Not the President of the United States, not the Pope, not any guru, in the mountains. Test it yourself, because our truths are different depending on our individual paths up the mountain. So on that, I'm going to let you go, and I want you, for homework, to carve out those at least 5 to 15 minutes a day for you to quiet your mind in whatever way works for you. And we will see you next time. This is Angela with a cup of tea.